So, hi, Michael. I'm Caitlynn. I'm from Gaiety and Pride on Instagram. It's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you as well.
Can you just introduce yourself and the character that you play on Love Victor?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Cimino, and I play Victor on Hulu's original series, Love Victor.
Perfect. And congratulations on season two. I loved it so much. I'm so happy that it got to come back.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means the world.
So, in um, season one, now that it's been out, you've had time, people have time to see it, and you've had time to kind of get some feedback on that. What have fans been saying in response to it?
Honestly, the reception has been really, really good. Like, it's been such an honor to just like get all these positive messages and people telling me their stories and how they can relate to it, or sometimes how they don't relate to the show and like how they want more LGBT stories to be told. And I think that that's like super cool because obviously the show did very well for what it is, and like it's cool to see that this shows that executive producers and shows big networks that there is a market for more LGBT stories to be told. And I think that that's really, really exciting.
Kind of just going off on that, was there a fear that you had when you were taking on this character that it was going to be someone that people looked up to and resonated with?
I never had like a fear. I was always like, I think I put a lot of pressure on myself, especially during season one, where it's like I wanted to make sure that I represented the community as accurately as possible. I really I never want to misrepresent a community, especially when it's like I'm representing two minority groups on screen that are so underrepresented in so much of our media today. And so I think that was probably the biggest pressure that I had, but that was all placed on me by myself. So
I mean, I think you did an amazing job. I can't speak for everyone, obviously, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that you just jumped headfirst into it and took it on. Going into season two, there's a lot of queer media out there that can focus on the coming out story, but this season is going to focus on Victor's after a little bit. So why is that an important story to tell as well?
well, I think it's like I think it's super important to kind of tell more than just a coming out story. I feel like we have a lot of coming out stories now, especially in today's market. We're kind of like there's a lot more people like telling coming out stories, but I want there to be more stories, especially about the LGBT community, that have nothing necessarily to do with their coming out, but maybe their exploration of being gay or what it's like to be gay in this new world. But also in the same token, it was really, really cool this season because we get to explore Victor's acceptance of his sexuality, what it means to be gay to him, but also to the rest of the world in the modern day. And I think that like, obviously we think that it's more accepting and it's easier to come out, but there's still so many struggles and challenges that come along with being gay in today's time.
And with Victor being a little more openly gay, has there been a favorite part that you've had about portraying him in this way?
Um, I definitely think that like as far as like fun stuff to film, I had a really fun time. We filmed this little bit at like a I don't want to ruin it, but am I allowed to say spoilers? Am I not allowed to say spoilers?
I
I don't
mean,
know.
they'll tell me after. So,
Okay, great. Well, there was this part where we like filmed in like a karaoke bar, which is really, really cool and just so much fun. But as far as like just being able to experiment more and like play more as an actor, I loved being able to like act with George and like really get to like go into the nitty gritty, have these like really intense argument scenes and really kind of like discuss like our sexual like being able to explore these sex scenes that we're having and kind of like being able to just experiment more as an artist is has been probably the most fun thing for me, to be honest. But in the same token, like it was really fun because George is such a obviously I'm sure you can, as you know, George is an incredible artist and an actor in general. And this season, we are definitely exploring more heavy topics. It's not really a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but we are having, exploring more of like these topics of like sexual, like what it's like to be a gay man and exploring his sex life and stuff like that. And I think that it's really cool to be portraying that on film and television, especially from like a high school point of view, because it's not really depicted in a lot of movies or television. When I was growing up, I used to see sex on TV or sex in movies all the time. but it was always with a straight couple, and it was never with a gay couple or a lesbian couple or anything like that. So I think it's really cool to kind of like see that. So yeah.
Perfect. Well, this has been so much fun talking to you. I can't wait for more people to be able to see Love Victor season 2. And thank you again.
Thanks, Caitlynn. I appreciate it.
Like this video? Follow us for more.